Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. This is the the February 13th edition of the Wrestling Challenge Review series. We open with Tatanka defeating Jeff Jarrett via disqualification when Ludwig Borga interferes. Obviously, Borga and Tatanka have a history because of the nature that Borga is the one that handed Tatanka his first WWF loss, which, looking back, probably Vince probably wishes he had put that honor or that ability on someone else just because it doesn't necessarily go according to plan. Borga gone by the just about that time injury at the Royal Rumble or in time for the Royal Rumble. The TV tapings taken a little bit further than anticipated. Jarrett and Tatanka have a very basic match, nothing worth writing home about here. Jarrett also gets a couple of kicks and punches, really basic things. Nothing necessarily, super exciting, but, Jarrett chokes Tatanka over the middle rope, and Borga does the run-in interference. Um, Tunes Tatanka up with a couple of shots to the midsection and ultimately gets things off kilter there. Not exactly the best of situations. Luger manages to be the subject of the special report. Basically, the both people being eliminated from the Royal Rumble same time. Bret Hart and Lex Luger is the concept. Jim Cornette talking about the unfairness of the nature at which he is required to handle negotiating for Yokozuna's best interest. Tommy Angel and Rick the Model Martel up next. Martel going into 94 is not something I remember, so that's just interesting to me. Martel with a couple of punches and the backbreaker that he's known for. Eventually, the Boston Crab gets him a pretty quick victory. Under 3 minutes, and the match is belonging to Martel. The Quebecers with Johnny Polo out next, talking about their upcoming match with Men on a Mission. They actually do part of their promo in French and ultimately just try to get extra heel heat that way. We go to the next in matches. This is the Bushwhackers facing off against the Brooklyn Brawler and a tag team partner of his choosing, which happens to be um, George South and the Brooklyn Brawler. Bushwhackers punch, kick, clotheslines, battering rams, gutbuster, and the win for the Bushwhackers. Again, guys that I did not remember as being part of the deal here in 1994. Thought they'd left in 93. Anyway, we move to the next in series of matches. This is a Shawn Michaels match here. Actually, before we get there, though, we get to go to a WrestleMania report. They're talking about the ladder match, the best of the national ladder matches, in my opinion. Still holding up all these years later. Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. I like it because it told a wrestling-related story and used the ladder instead of the goofy, often no spot, no psychology storytelling going forward in the rest of it. Anyway, John Paul against Shawn Michaels. Paul comes in, hits a couple of arm drags and a couple of drop kicks. Shawn Michaels backs off. Shawn Michaels, of course, still having Diesel, his bodyguard, at ringside to make sure things go according to plan. Michaels manages to poke his man in the eye, get a couple of cheap shots in, and ultimately manage to run a little bit behind here. And anyway, so we, kind of get Michaels getting the super kick and the win. Thurman Sparky Plug against Austin Steele here in the last match of the day. Thurman Sparky Plug, otherwise known as Bob Sparkplug Holly in later incarnations. Drop kick under the chin all the way, satellite around, and a top rope drop kick from Sparky, who gets a victory here. More plugging for the upcoming WrestleMania deal. Crush is happy that he's going to have the Falls Gun Anywhere match with Randy Savage because he believes he can end the career of the Macho Man that way. Macho Man, once again, reiterates that he regrets ever trusting Crush as we go into that close of that particular show. We'll be back with more right after this.